You are sitting in a quiet room. A clock ticks on the wall. Tick, tock. You feel the time passing by. You patiently wait for tomorrow. But tomorrow is a complete lie. The concept of the future does not actually exist. Not until you reach 4 years of age. Before then, you only live in the now. There is no yesterday. There is no tomorrow. Just an endless, stretching present moment. So, where does the future come from? Time is not what you think it is. Physics tells us a terrifying truth about our reality. The past, present, and future all exist simultaneously. Albert Einstein famously called this the block universe. The universe doesn't flow like a river. It is a solid, unmoving block of reality. But your brain refuses to see it that way. Instead, you feel time slipping through your fingers. Why would evolution lie to you so aggressively? Because a brain that understands the true nature of time cannot survive. Think about our ancient ancestors 300,000 years ago. A creature living entirely in the present moment eats all its food today. It does not plant seeds for the spring. It does not build shelters for a storm that hasn't arrived. Living in the present is a death sentence in the wild. Have you ever wondered why you are so obsessed with what happens next? To survive the brutal winters, the human brain had to invent a mental simulator, a way to artificially travel forward. Neuroscientists call this mental time travel, or episodic foresight. It takes immense neurological power to pull this off. Your frontal lobe has to construct a completely fake reality, a reality that hasn't happened yet. When you imagine tomorrow, you are literally hallucinating. You are seeing ghosts of a world that does not exist anywhere but inside your skull. Your hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for memories, is the engine for this future simulation. People with severe amnesia cannot imagine the future. Without a past to pull data from, the simulation engine breaks down completely. You are literally building your tomorrow out of recycled pieces of your yesterday. And this powerful hallucination is highly dangerous. It is the birthplace of all human anxiety. We are the only species on Earth that can be paralyzed by a fear of something that hasn't happened. A deer only fears the wolf it can currently see. A human fears the wolf that might be born 10 years from now. We torture ourselves with imaginary scenarios. So why do we endure this daily psychological torment? Survival. By inventing the future, early humans learned the dark art of hoarding. We hoarded berries, dried meat, and wood. We aggressively prepared for the cold seasons. The illusion of tomorrow is the only thing that kept us from going completely extinct. But modern society took this evolutionary trick and weaponized it against us. We started building machines to track this illusion. We built clocks. In the 14th century, the mechanical clock began dictating human life in Europe. We took the natural rhythm of the sun and sliced it into artificial blocks. We divided the day into 24 hours, then into 1,440 minutes, and then into 86,400 seconds. We turned a biological survival mechanism into an inescapable mental prison. Are you actually living your life, or are you just serving a clock? Psychologists estimate that we spend up to 80% of our waking hours mentally time traveling. We are either bitterly regretting the past, or we are frantically planning for the future. We constantly sacrifice today for a tomorrow that is never guaranteed to arrive. We hoard paper money. We hoard digital status. We hoard endless consumer resources, all because our frontal lobes are overactive primitive threat simulators. The present moment is the only thing that actually exists in physical reality. Yet, it is the one place human beings refuse to live. Look at a stray dog, or a wild bird, or a newborn human baby. They are completely free from the crushing burden of the timeline. They are deeply connected to the raw, unfiltered universe. You used to be exactly like that before you turned 4 years old, before your brain booted up its advanced survival software and trapped you in the illusion. So what happens when you finally realize the truth about time? The next time you feel a wave of anxiety about tomorrow, remember this. You are panicking over a biological simulation, a psychological trick designed by ancient hunter-gatherers to make sure you stored enough firewood. Tomorrow is not a real place you are going to.